Hey team, it's Nikki Hinkle here. I wanted to talk to you guys about the new comp plan change on signing your spouse when you're gold. I love this change. I do. This is something that Heather and I have been training our team since we first got this advice from Lori and JD Harrison. We went to them when they were both, I think they were both Emerald at the time, and we were curious about how they did it. So we went to them, and the advice they told us is wait till you're gold, then sign your spouse. So that's what we did, and we've actually came up with some more to that, and I have been very calculated in how Zach and I have ran our business. I am a math major and I have a numbers mind, so I crunch numbers and crunch numbers and crunch numbers. And let me tell you guys, this truly is in everyone's best interest. I promise that I am not trying to keep you from excelling. If I was, I would tell you not to do this at all. But this can be very, very beneficial to you financially to have two businesses in one family. It has worked so well for us. We are now Sapphire Emerald. And it's just, I just wanted to explain why I have preached this from the beginning. So first I wanted to show you here, as you see, you can get watered down very fast. And so here we have, had no one signed a spouse. And let's say I have Jane as my level 1, Sarah is my level 2, Candy's my level 3, and Laura's my level 4. So I'm going to get 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, and then 4 for Laura. Let's say we all signed our spouses though. Let's say there's me, and then my husband Zach. And say Zach signed Jane, and Jane signed her husband, and Jane's husband signed Sarah, and Sarah signed her husband. And then they signed Candy, and Candy signed her husband, and then Laura signed. Laura's not worth anything to me now. She was my level 4. She was a 4-pointer, and now she's nothing. What if Candy became my rock star? What if she took off and signed 50 people? All of her people are worth nothing to me now, where they would have been worth 4 points each, and now I get nothing. So you have to be very, very careful at how you do this, because I have seen this stop people in their tracks and completely ruin teams and keep teams from growing at all. So this is why I state wait till you're gold. Another reason why, you have points outside your primary. If you just sign your spouse right away and you have no team whatsoever, you'll never advance at all, because first, just to even hit gold, you have to have 15 points outside your primary and 3 personally sponsored qualified ambassadors. So these have to be your ambassadors that you personally signed. They have to have their auto qual turned on, and they have to have their $100 in sales. And so, and then your 15 points outside of your primary. Now, if you're confused on what that means, your primary leg is going to be your level 1 that you get the most points from. So let's say it's just you and then your husband, and then the rest of your team is under your husband. He's your primary leg, and you have 0 points outside of your primary leg if this is the way you've grown your team. So you would never advance. For senior gold, it's 40 points outside your primary. Ruby, it's 100. And at Ruby, you go up to having to have 4 personally sponsored qualified ambassadors. And then it's 150, 375, 750, and 1,125 points outside your primary. So it gets pretty big for Diamond. I mean, that's a lot of points outside your primary. So if you have built the bulk of your business under your husband's leg, you will not advance to Diamond. And I know that seems so far away to the majority of you guys. It's not. Let me stress. It's not as far as you think. If you are in this business to really build your team and to really grow, it can be way sooner than you think. Because this time last year, I was a silver ambassador. And now I'm hoping I'll be diamond next month. So you never know. I mean, it's crazy how quickly your life can change in this business. So let's look all the way to the end. Let's have our end goal in sight when we are planning our business now. You also have to have 7 personally sponsored qualified ambassadors at Diamond. Now, 7 doesn't seem like a lot, but people drop off. So you want 7 fairly solid people in this business that you know are not going to go anywhere. And count your husband as one of those. So now you need 6 more that you know aren't going anywhere. So here's what I say. Here's 3 criteria I try to keep in check. First, go gold before working that leg. Second, I try to keep 20 active level 1s on that leg. Just because I don't trust people. People are fickle. So I don't ever want to catch myself at diamond and suddenly lose out on that diamond pool. And let me tell you guys, it's a lot of money. You don't want to suddenly lose that 1 month when you have enough points for it, but you don't have your outside leg or you don't have enough level 1s. And let me also say, this does not roll up. So say you have a level 1 that goes inactive, but they have a team. That level 2 does not take place of one of your 7 personally sponsored qualified ambassadors. They have to be ones that you sponsored. So this is why I say keep 20. And then I also want at least 2 very solid legs under me. By very solid, I mean at least ruby or above under my leg. So if you just have 1 that you're counting on, do not just count on 1. I stress this. Do not just count on 1 strong leg, because if you have 1 person outside of your husband who is just snowballing, don't add everybody under your husband, because you never know when that snowball may come to a halting stop. So make sure you have at least 2. I really only have 2 that are super strong outside of my husband under me, and I would love to see a 3rd emerge. I have a few that are right on the verge of coming out, so I'm really hoping to see, 3 or 4 under me, but you do want at least 2 strong legs under you outside of your spouse. Now, why gold? Here's, why I said from gold from the get-go, and why I liked kind of what Lori said too, is if you can go gold, you can go diamond. I truly believe this. Like, gold is one of the hardest ranks to hit. And if you can get to that, you know how to grow a team. You know how to recruit. You know how to lead. You've shown that you can do this. So if you can get to gold, just keep doing what you're doing. It may take longer. It may go fast. But keep doing what you've done, and you can get to diamond. So, 2, it keeps your leg from being watered down. So very few are going to make gold. And this is why I feel like if you hit gold, you can hit diamond. Out of the 1,500 people on my team, only 20 are gold and above. Now that's very, very few considering how large my team is. So it may seem like a lot of people are advancing in rank, but really it's pretty rare. If you're a gold ambassador, congratulations, because you're one of the few. So you should, give yourself a pat on the back. And I say this because working 2 businesses under 1 household is not for the faint of heart. It really is for the family that is in this for life. We are the lifers who the Plexus is our career and our business. So, so that's why you want to make sure you're solid. And you need a strong foundation first so that you have your outside leg points. And gold is a good place to start. It's going to give you that strong foundation. As long as those people that you have signed to get you to gold, as long as they keep growing and keep going, you'll have no issues with your outside points. This month or last month I hit sapphire, and right at half of my points were outside my husband. So I mean, you only need 25% at sapphire, so I'm well over that. I have enough at sapphire. I had enough at emerald to be diamond on the outside leg, so I don't have to worry. This happens a lot, guys. There are a lot of people that are not advancing because they don't have the outside leg. They have enough points, and you think all I need is, 1,500 points to hit emerald, but that's not all you need. You also have to have your outside leg. So don't ever forget that. And the last thing, I don't have a sheet for this, but the last thing you also want to keep in check if you're going to have 2 businesses in 1 household is the contest. If you put everyone under your husband, you don't want your husband to win the big prizes, now do you? I'm just saying, I don't want him to go on a $5,000 shopping spree without me. I kind of want to win the $5,000 shopping spree. So remember those things. So it kind of, it kind of makes you want to keep working both legs. Don't just go straight to signing. Once you hit gold, don't put everyone under your spouse. Keep adding back to you. People die off. Make sure there's 20 with their auto-qual on that are getting their points under your leg every month. Make sure that, you have new breakouts under your leg and people aren't getting stagnant. Just keep watching it. And if you do this, you can be a double jewel household. Like, it is very achievable and you can do it. We hit it within a year. So I believe you all can. I really do have your best interest at heart. I promise we're not trying to trick any of you from getting the best benefit of this, because it is an amazing perk that we have as ambassadors, and I hope to see you all succeed at this. Thank you.